let's start lying down on your back in Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Oh, Susan, it's nice to see you. See your cat. Your beautiful blue wall. Yeah, just starting right here on the ground and really breathing. Taking some full deep breaths in and out through your nose. You can even exhale out your mouth. That feels appropriate right here. Eyes can be open or closed. Feel the gentle pressure of your feet pressing in towards that center line, finding your center. Letting whatever has occurred today, the good, the bad, the positive, the challenging, just all of it, just let it fade into the background and get present, right here in this moment. And then from here, you'll just take your arms and slide them away from your body slightly. So you have a little space next to you. And then you'll take your left knee and close it over onto the right. So just like you're twisting to the side. And then you'll open back up to the middle, to Supta Baddha, and then right knee closes over onto the left, like you're closing a little shell or something, or a book. Just open and close the knees, the legs. And moving and rocking on the pelvis and the sacrum, and breathing into your hips. And if you find a spot that you want to stay and linger, hang out, you can do that. Or if you want to continue to move just side to side, you can do that. Sometimes I have one side that feels tighter than the other and just needs a little bit more time. You can stay. Be here about another 30 seconds or so. So yeah, just keep moving or staying, however it suits you and your body this evening. And take some full deep breaths. Next time you open it up to the middle, just pause right there and just notice if there's any shift or change, just landing back in that first position, that Supta Baddha Konasana. Good, and then gently gather your knees together and hug them up onto your chest. Hold a knee in each hand. So just gently hold the knee. And then take the knees in a circle in the same direction. So just circle in the same direction. Yeah, so instead of frogs are perfect. So it's like massaging the sacrum and low back. Circle in one direction. Good, and then circle the other direction, the other way. Notice if it feels just the same or different, or if you notice just parts a little bit more, like bony parts, sore parts. Come together and squeeze them in. See if you can wrap your forearms around your shins, reaching for your forearms or your elbow points even, and bring your forehead to your knees. So lift the forehead up off the ground and squeeze the thighs to the chest, tailbone towards the floor, forehead to knees. You're in this tiny little ball. And then you'll loosen the grip on your legs and begin to rock front to back, if that's comfortable on your spine. And big rocks front to back. And you'll have to listen a little bit carefully. You're going to try to rock up to your feet, come up to stand. Yeah, to your feet and stand up. Exactly. Yeah, you could use your hands and then reach up. Just this huge breath in, reach up and bow forward. Come into a rag doll. You can bring your feet to hip width if they aren't and catch your elbows. You can sway slightly from side to side. Bend the knees generously right here. So there's a softness to the knee joints. Try and tilt your tailbone or sitting bones up towards the ceiling. Create a little more space, less rounding, more space in the lower back. Feet on 12 o'clock, so heels slightly wider than the balls of the feet, just slightly. Release your hands to the floor and walk your feet back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the back of your mat. Good, and then inhale forward to a high plank. And you'll exhale back to downward dog. So you'll just move high plank to downward dog a few times. You just kind of lift the heels, come to the tiptoes, roll your body forward, high plank, get into that weight-bearing position, and then pull the hips up and back, downward dog, hips like being drawn up to the ceiling. Do a couple more of those, coming forward. And you can, this is an option, you can come forward through high plank to upward dog. So you're skipping chaturanga and all that. You can go forward, maybe flip your feet or stay on the toes, upward dog, and then pull from the belly up and back, downward dog. And do that a couple times, or you can go plank to downward dog. Good, yes. Or forward, upward dog, and pull the shoulders back, and then downward dog. Or this could be cat-cow also, if that feels better this right now. One more time, come forward, high plank, or upward dog, or cat-cow. Good, Susan. Then downward dog, or you can go to child's pose and puppy pose and take a breath. Empty it out your mouth, just sigh. You're letting go of whatever you need to let go of. Take one more breath. And sigh. And then inhale to your tiptoes or to hands and knees. Your exhale, you'll look forward and bring your feet to your hands. It can be a walk, hop, or step to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, forward fold, bow and squeeze your every drop of air out. Bend both knees, chair pose. So sit down low, reach up high. Good, and press your weight back into your heels so the toes are lifted or light. And squeeze your glutes together and lengthen the sides of the body. Pull both shoulders straight back. Straighten the elbows, reach to the fingertips, maybe look up, breathe in. And exhale, forward fold, bow. Halfway lift, inhale. And then step back, high plank. Inhale there. As you exhale, lower your body all the way down onto the mat. And then slide your fingers out to the wood floor or carpet next to the mat, but keep them in the same line and point your elbows to the sky. So spider fingers. And then you'll come up to cobra 3 times. So rise up, cobra, pull the shoulders back, lift the heart. Exhale forward, like bow forward. So lower down, forehead to the floor. Inhale, fingertips, rise up, cobra. Yeah, so hands a little wider, Monica. Keep some on the fingertips, so don't go, yeah, like that. Like that, there, and then lower down. Yeah, so it's really just warming up the back a little more. And then one more time, inhale up, exhale it down, and then tuck your toes under. When you're ready, press up and back, downward dog or child's pose. And lift your right leg to the sky. So sometimes I like to bring the left foot into center first. Good, Tiffany. And bend the upper knee, bend the right knee. Roll your hip open, like you could stack the right hip on the left, but keep your hands on the floor, stay there, both hands on the floor, 3-legged dog. And then draw a few big circles with the right knee. A few big circles, just circling in one direction. Switch the direction of the circles. The other direction. And stretch your legs straight back, square your hips, inhale. On your exhale, bring your knee into your nose and come forward, curling in and pull the pit of the belly to the spine. And then inhale, take the leg back, straight back. And this time, exhale, step it forward, low lunge, right foot to right thumb. Set the left knee down to the mat. And then reach both arms up to the sky if you want. And you can cactus, bend the arms, or straight arms, or hands can stay down at the floor on the thigh. And yeah, good. Other options, nice breath. Press the hips forward, press the top of the left shin down into the mat, 4 corners of the right foot down into the mat. Take a nice full breath in right there. And then set your hands down on either side of the right foot. And you can go straight back to down dog or high plank, low plank. You know, you are in charge. If you want a vinyasa or cat-cow, you can do that. Or upward facing, good. Downward facing or child's pose or puppy pose. And on your next inhale, lift the left leg to the ceiling and bend the left knee. Roll the hip open, straight arms. Yeah, roll open. Bend the knee a little more and then draw big circles with that left knee. Big circles. Try to square the shoulders a little more towards the earth. Switch directions of the circle, and you can see if it can get bigger, a little bit bigger. Extend the legs straight back, square your hips off, and knee to nose, curl in, come forward, high plank, curl in. Inhale, kick it straight back and up. And then exhale, step it through, low lunge. Set the right knee down, and you can reach your arms up, or hands can be on your front thigh. Sorry, Velcro. Good. Sometimes I just have to take this thing off. Okay, good. And breathe. That feeling that I get claustrophobic. It's like I'm trapped. Rip the sling off. It happens mostly in the middle of the night. I jump out of bed, rip, pace around the bedroom. Take one more breath there. Lift it a little higher, up and back. And then set your hands down to the mat, and you can move through vinyasa or straight back, downward dog or child's pose or cat-cow. Yeah, upward facing, downward facing, or moving just in ways that feel good in your body. It's your practice, your body, your time. Inhale, lift to your tiptoes. If you're in down dog, bend your knees, exhale, look forward, bring your feet to your hands. Step, hop, tiptoe, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your hips low, reach up high. We'll add the shoulder opener. Interlace your hands behind your back if you can. Press your shoulders back, lift the chest, and then bow forward. And you can separate the feet. Sometimes it feels better to separate the feet. And the arms will just come up and overhead. Really press down into the big toe mound of both feet. Press your hips up a little higher. Release your hands to the mat. Halfway lift. And vinyasa, high plank, low plank, or knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Cobra or upward facing dog. Cat-cow works too. Downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg up and back, just straight back. Exhale, step your right foot forward to crescent lunge. So the back heel will stay lifted. Yeah, so you're balancing crescent lunge. Good, and then right there, take your left elbow under your right. So you come into eagle arms. Left elbow goes under the right. Great. And then you'll step for the left leg forward. It'll go up and over the right. In full eagle here. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height and pin both shoulders to your back. Just find a steadiness. Bend the right knee a little deeper, Tiffany. The front. Yeah, good. Right knee a little deeper and squeeze both inner thighs towards that center line. Gaze right through your forearms. If you're looking right, straight to the horizon. Good, and then step back to warrior two. You'll step the left leg back and open up warrior two. Good, breathe in, and as you exhale, tip forward, side angle warrior. Left forearm to left thigh, or right forearm to right thigh. Left arm to the sky. Yeah, nice. Brianna's dropping her head. If you want to drop your right ear to your right shoulder, opening the side of the neck, you can, or half bind or full bind. Good, and then you'll look down and you'll bring your left hand to the floor, yeah, or a block. Lift your left heel, open the right arm for a twist, a lunge twist to the right, yes. And you wanna really pull other arm, Susan, set the left hand down, open the right arm up. Yes, you're pinning both shoulders to your back, expanding through the chest, look up to the upper hand. And then set your hands back down to the mat and step back, high plank to low, or you can go to child's pose or down dog or cat-cow, upward facing, Maybe, yes, downward facing. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot forward, high crescent lunge. Left toes at 12 o'clock. Right heel presses forward over the ball of the foot. Lengthen through the sides of the body and pull both shoulders straight back. And then take the right arm and wrap it underneath the left for eagle arms. Lift the elbows, pull the shoulders back. Good, as you're ready, you can step the right leg forward and wrap it over the left for your full eagle pose. And really what I'm learning through having my injury and my recovery is the shape of the pose is less important than who you are while you're in the pose. Right? So if you're not in the exact right pose, like, so what? Give that up. Step your right foot back, open to warrior two. Like, celebrate being in your body in whatever way you can be in your body tonight. Side angle, you'll tip to the left forearm comes to the left thigh, right arm opens up. And you don't have to wait for me to give instructions on where to go. Like, maybe you right away wrap your right arm behind the back and drop your head, or maybe you go for a full bind. Or maybe you reach your left fingertips to the floor or block. Maybe you widen your stance, like you're just in exploration and play. Celebrating being in your body, moving energy through your body. What you no longer need, let it move through you, not holding on to nothing. Good, and then set the right hand down for your twist to the left. So lift the right heel, come to the, or right knee can be on the floor, and then open the left arm. Nice, Brianna. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Press your right heel forward. Lengthen the sides of the body so the shoulders may go up and then straight back to create this bigger opening through the chest space, the heart center. Nice, and then hands set to the floor and high to low plank or cat-cow or child's pose, finding your way. You can land in downward dog or puppy or child's pose to breathe. Walk your hands to your feet here, hands to your feet. And forward fold, so you're at the back of your mat, maybe, wherever you are is perfect. Forward fold, your favorite forward fold. You can hold your toes, your ankles, you can interlace your hands behind your head, behind your back, maybe feet hip width distance apart. And one of the part of the title of this class is long holds. We're gonna hold this one a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you how long. I want you just to stay here in this forward fold and just like, forward folds are opportunities to let go, especially let go of something that you're thinking on repeat that's not serving you. An opportunity to let go of any limiting beliefs that you might have about yourself. To let that go, to shift. So let this soothing nectar flow to your brain. So harness the earth energy through the lower body, like suck up the energy of the earth from the soles of your feet, through the bones of your legs to your pelvis. And then letting go from the pelvis to the crown to give back. Giving back, letting go. Open your ears, keep your eyes open. Putting in the principles of true north alignment here. So you want to feet on 12 o'clock and lift and spread your 10 toes and spin your inner ankles to the back of the room. Inner ankles back and press your outer shins in so the legs get a little more firm. Keep your pelvis neutral. Tilt the tailbone up to the ceiling. Lengthen the sides of the body. Pull the shoulders to your back. Draw the jawbone back towards the neck. Lengthen the back of your neck. Good, hands to the floor if they aren't. Walk forward, downward facing dog. Just see if anything's shifted, changed. Is it just a relief to be out of that pose? Or did it feel good? Inhale to your tiptoes, bend your knees, exhale, look forward, step or fly, float to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, bow, exhale. Chair pose, bend your knees, drop your pelvis, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to prayer and revolve to the right. Hook your left elbow to the right leg or left elbow to the inside of the left knee is fine too. Nice, Brianna. Good, Beth. Weight back in the heels a little more. Good, Susan. And then from here, we're going to open to half moon. So you'll set your left hand down, maybe to a block or the floor, and then just slide the right leg back. And you open the right hip, stacking the right hip on the left. If you want to come to a wall, that's fine. Or hand on a chair. Okay, more energy in the upper leg. Hug from the skin all the way into the bone of the right leg. Pull the shoulders to your back. Yeah, maybe you bend the upper knee, the right knee, and catch the foot. Nice job. And forward fold, let it go. Good, and then step your left foot to the back of your mat, left foot back, and drop the left knee to the floor. Bring both hands to the top of your right thigh. A low lunge, and then stretch your arms up to the sky again. And then some of you may bend the left knee and reach the left hand back to catch the left foot. Good, yes. And some of you may want your hands to stay on your thigh, maybe the arms to the sky. And you can squeeze that left heel in. So you can either be, kick, good, Brianna, exactly. So it can be a kick the foot into the hand, or you start to squeeze it in, maybe pivoting the hand to the right. So as you catch the foot from the inside, you pivot the hand so the fingers go the same direction as the toes. Yes, then the right arm can reach up. Not mine, but yours. That's it, good. You want to really press the left side of the body forward. Good, Beth, wherever you are, it's perfect. Take one more breath there. Yeah, towel under the knee, that's great too. Okay, but we're releasing. Hands to the floor, tuck the back toes under, step forward, left foot to right. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Squeeze your air out. Chair, bend the knees, drop your hips. Inhale, reach up high. And then hands to prayer and revolve left. Hook your right elbow to the left leg. And slide the right hip and knee back so your knees and hips are on the same plane, same line. Hips a little lower than the heart. And then it's half moon, so you'll look down, set the right hand down in front and to the right of the right foot, or on a block or a wall, yep, and then slide the left leg back, and you open up the whole front side of your body to the left side of your room. Flex the left foot, or bend the left knee and catch the foot or the shin for Chopasana. And this one can be a kick. You kick the foot into the hand to open the heart, open the shoulder. Roll the right lung under the left. Nice, Tiffany. Good, Brianna. Nice, Monica. Good, forward fold, let that go. And then you'll step the right foot back for low lunge. Set the knee down or on a blanket or towel. And sometimes if you're right on the top of the kneecap, it can be painful. So you want to slide the leg a little farther back, which will bring you off the top of the kneecap, more to the bottom of the quadricep. Then you can reach up. And the more I press into the top of the foot, the more tone I feel in the leg and the less jointy it is. Okay, good. And then if you can, you'll bend the right knee, catch the foot. And it can be from the outside or the inside. And if you catch it from the inside, right, then you try to pivot the hand. So this time it'll go counterclockwise. I'm on the opposite hand of you, but you'll pivot it. So then the shoulder gets more square versus back. Back. Yeah, good. So you send the whole right side of the body forward. Right hip, right shoulder, and pull the left side back. And zip up the low belly. Zip up from the floor to the core. Nice, Susan. Good, and then hands release down to the mat, and you'll step forward, right foot forward to meet the left. Halfway lift. Forward fold, bow. And root down and rise all the way up. Extended mountain, reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Full body stretch. Bring your hands to heart center for tree. You'll bring your right foot to the left leg. Or if you want like a half lotus or figure four, you can do that too. You can have your hands at your heart, or cactus, bending the elbows, expand through the chest and upper back, or arms can go up. Nice. You really press your legs, like your left leg into the right foot into the left leg. Press your hips forward, lift up through the chest and heart space. Good, and then return to Tadasana, right foot next to your left. You'll simply switch to the other leg. Left foot comes to the right leg, or half lotus, where the foot will come up more into the groin, the sole of the foot facing forward. Good. I'm gonna press the right hip in and the left foot into the leg, and zip up through the low belly and abdomen, and then find your expression. The arms through the upper body, through your eyes, through your expression on your face. Remember, it's who you're being. Who are you being in this moment? Kind and compassionate and joyful? Or are you bitter and angry and resentful? Like, who are you being? And who do you want to be being? And here's an opportunity to be that. Bring your hands to your heart, left foot next to your right, Tadasana, standing in mountain pose. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up, look up, maybe a tiny back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, high to low push-up, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and back. Step your right foot forward to a low lunge. Just stay there. Set your left knee down to the mat, and then pull your hips back and flex the right foot. So it's a half split. Yep. Yeah, your hands could be on blocks. Good. And Tiffany, I would set the right leg forward more. Yeah, like that. So you can sit your hips all the way back onto the left heel. That's an option. It's a deep flexion for the knee. I like to keep my hips over the left knee, and then maybe slide the right heel forward a little more and pull the toes back. And then you want to try to extend the spine forward, like get longer versus rounding, and you'll feel it a little more. Yeah, good. Good job. Breathing right there. Okay, now from there, you're going to come on up and pivot to the left. So you'll turn your left shin behind you and straighten the right leg. Good. And then slide the right hand down the right leg. Take the left arm up and over. So a side body stretch. then come on up and set your left hand to the floor. Pivot the left shin underneath you, and so you're in a side plank, right? Right arm to the sky. Left hand on the floor, right foot flat, open up through the chest and heart space. Good. If you want to straighten both legs, you can. Another opportunity here is to step the right foot behind you. You get into more of a wild thing. Lift the heart like a flip dog almost. Pull the shoulders back, maybe drop your head. Just be at play. Good, and then you'll look down, plant both palms. You're facing the back of your mat. High plank, low plank, or knees, chest, chin, or cat-cow. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Step your left foot forward, low lunge, right knee down. Good job, or help the left foot, great. And then pull the hips back and flex the left foot. If you need your blocks, yeah, grab your blocks. They're on the wrong side of the mat. It's fine, good. Yep, pull the left hip, left thigh bone back. Left foot flexed, pull the toes back. Check in right here with your breath. The cadence of your breath, the quality of your breath. Good, and then it's a gate pose. You come on up, pivot the right shin behind you, left foot flat, so you're facing the right edge of the mat, and then gate pose. Slide the right hand down the right leg, and no, left hand down the left leg, and the right arm goes up and over. Yeah, like that. You're in that gate pose, that side body stretch. And go ahead and come on up, and then side plank, right arm down, yeah? And the left shin can stay where it is, or you can pivot it underneath you, or you can step the left foot behind you and lift and open through the heart space, or straight legs. Yeah, just being curious and exploring the edges of the body from true north alignment, from hugging into center line, opening up to possibility. Lift away from the bottom hand a little bit more. Good, and then you'll look down and high plank, and most of you should be back at the front of the mat. If you aren't, find the front. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, bring your right leg forward for half pigeon, right knee to right wrist. You need to be on your back, that's fine too. And try tucking the left toes under. So flex the left foot and try to press the left thigh forward. The left toes tucked, great. And then you can let the knee rest, it doesn't need to lift, and then come onto your forearms. Perfect, Brianna, you're right there. And if you can keep the left toes under, tucked under, do that. And if you just want to point the toes, do that. If you need a block or blanket under your hip, that's an option. And then double pigeon. So you'll sit over onto the right hip and take the left leg around and stack it on top of the right. Or if you're on your back, Susan, you can set the left foot to the floor and then take your knees to the left. So the right foot will land flat to stay in that same shape. Yeah, good. Or double pigeon. I'm gonna join you because I need it tonight. Oh. Good. See if you can like relax your jaw, edges of your eyes, soften the periphery. Notice if your body's automatically rounding backwards, and see if you can sit up a little taller, maybe lean forward if you aren't already. Okay, downward facing dog. If you can, if you want, or whatever other pose you need to just kind of stretch it out. And then when you're ready, you'll come to half pigeon on the left. So left ankle over right thigh or left leg forward, right leg back. See if you can keep the toes tucked. And if not, that's fine too. So you're really pulling that right hip forward and left hip back, and then maybe you come forward. And then double pigeon. You'll swing the right leg around or take your legs to the right. Good. Get your shins parallel with one another, feet flexed, sitting up nice and tall. And maybe there's a lean forward for you. Maybe you're just at an edge right where you are. Take a couple more breaths right here. Nice full deep breaths. And then if you're on your back, you can stay on your back for Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're seated, you can either come to a wide leg Vista Konasana, forward fold, or feet together, Baddha Konasana, forward fold. Either one, or if you want frog, this is a nice place to take frog. slowly come up. If your legs are wide, you'll reach under your knees to give them a little bend, bring them together. And reverse tabletop. So Susan, on your back, if you want, you can take fish from the floor, or you can come up for reverse tabletop. So feet flat, hands behind you, fingers face forward. Pull your shoulders back, lift the chest. And that might be where you stay. It's where I'm staying tonight. Or you lift the hips all the way up and drop the head back. Yeah, good. So really expanding to the chest, pulling the shoulders back, landing in their sockets. Lift the hips, if the hips are up, press your feet down. Let the breath just slide across the collarbones, in front of the chest. Then you'll lower the hips and pelvis, straighten the legs, come onto the forearms or a block for fish. So you can put a block between the shoulder blades or forearms to the floor. And then again, you lift the chest and drop the head back. Or there's a block between the shoulder blades, opening the heart space, maybe one under the head too. Yeah, good, and you pull with your hands a little bit to try to slide the sitting bones back, lift the heart higher unless you're resting on blocks. Good, and then lower yourself to the mat, and you can take hips on a block or shoulder stand. We'll be here about 4 minutes. So you can take your legs up a wall, on an edge of a couch, bend the knees over a couch, or shoulder stand, or hips on a block, legs to the sky for waterfall. So just a nice long hold right here. Good. So right before I got here today, I was on a call with Lululemon. So I've been a Lululemon ambassador for a year. I have 1 more year in my ambassadorship. And one of the questions they were asking us today was around our why. Why did we get into doing what we do? And I think it's a great question for any and all of us. To be clear about your why in the world. And the why isn't like necessarily about your career or how you're making your living. It's your why. Why, what motivates you each day to make the choices that you make, to get out of bed. Your why behind the conversations you have. And then the other thing that we were talking about and focusing on was looking into the future. So when my ambassadorship is over and looking into the future and what is the impact that I've had during this time. And I know for me, the last 5 months of COVID and closing half the business and the business transitioning and having to really pivot in my life has left me feeling like I have no impact, like I can't impact in the way that I desire anymore. And it left me feeling very, low and disconnected. And then when I got clear on my why has never been about, hitting the whole world. My why is about one person at a time. Right? If I can connect and smile at one person and like elevate and lift up one person every day is all it takes. That's why I'm here even just 9 days after surgery, is because my why is very clear again. Is like, I just want to share. I want to share and I want to connect and I want to build community and create a safe place for people to just be in their fullest expression of who they are, for you to be in your fullest expression of who you are, even for a brief moment. And so I ask you too, figure out what your why is. And what's the legacy that you want to leave and the impact that you want to have on this world? And then go be that. I know a lot of you here tonight in this class are healers and like really making a difference. All of you, each and every one of you. I know. I'm just reconnecting right here with your why. Acknowledging the impact that you are making, the difference you're making. And often we need to be reminded. So gently come out of whatever pose you're in, whatever inversion you're in. We're going to end tonight with a supine twist, but a little bit of a hold in that twist. So as you're ready, you'll draw both knees into your chest. You'll do two knees at the same time. And then open your arms and let your knees fall to the left. Your knees will land around hip height on the left. And then you can hold the right thigh with the left hand. That's an option. Or you can straighten the right leg and reach for your calf or your foot with the left hand, or maybe even a strap. Or if you have a wall or a dresser or something nearby, you can press your foot into it. That might feel nice. Good, Tiffany, yeah. And just really relaxing your shoulders deeply into the floor, feeling the support of the floor. The other thing that I need to be reminded of really daily is all the support that I have. And you too, like all the support that you have from the earth, from people around you. Often we forget, I forget because I don't like to ask. But when I stop and just like look, just like, God, I just acknowledge and I'm grateful for just the support that arises like when I least expect it, when I most need it, and even when I don't. It's right there. Feel the support that you have. Those hands that lift you up. Your next breath, come on back to center. And you'll take your time and take your twist to the other side. So you might pick the hips up and scoot them left. Let the knees fall to the right. Set yourself up in such a way you want your knees about hip height. Arms can be extended, or you can hold on to the left thigh. I like to hold on to the thigh. Get a little more traction there. Or you can straighten that upper leg, the top leg, and press it into your couch or into the desk, or hold it. Really nice, full, deep breaths. Slowly and gently coming back onto your back. And you'll bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana, like we began the practice tonight. You can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your abdomen, or arms by your sides. And the reading today in the book Journey to the Heart for August 26th, Open to Universal Love. Are you living with the belief that universal love isn't there for you? When we look at what we've been through, sometimes we feel sad and abandoned. We see others dancing along their path, getting blessings, special help, gifts along the way. Then we turn to our own lives and see only those times we've been let down and left out. The times that life, people, and the world haven't been there for us. Universal love may be real, you say, but it's just not real for me. Open your eyes, open your heart, open yourself to the universe. Begin to see and notice all the gifts you're given, the clues, the direction, the support. Stop looking to one person or source and let life's magic dance for you. See how you get what you need. See how naturally the guidance comes when you trust that it will be there. See the smiles, see the friendship, feel the inspiration. Feel the loving touch of a hand on your arm. Say what you need. Say it aloud. Direct your words to the universe. Treat it as if it were a loving friend, and it will treat you the same way. Universal love is there for you. Learn to recognize its touch and rhythm, for it is the rhythm of life and love. You can stay as you are or stretch your body out into Shavasana. Take a few moments right here just for a deep rest. Really allow yourself to drop everything. And to bring your awareness back to your breath. You can start to move your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretch your body in any way that it craves. Oh, I'm jealous. You all can move your arms that way. Bend your knees, roll to a comfortable side, and press up to seated posture. Touch your hands together at your heart center. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Just have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Namaste. Lots of love to you all. It's so good to be back here.